Hi, everybody. Um, my name is Aisha Halliburton, and I have something that I need to get off my chest. Something that has been bothering me since March, and I'm actually sitting here and contemplating on writing to the Better Business Bureau about my nightmarish drama with having purchased a brand new Hyundai Elantra in 2016 in the last week of March of this year. The car, without warning, stalled on me in the middle of the road, and it took all that I could to turn the engine on and see if I could actually um, move it to the nearest store, nearest parking area, wherever I could get to that was a safe place. So, let me tell you about the beginning of this nightmare. Um, I'm just sitting in my car during lunch because I loved my car. Loved it. When I first bought it in 2016, you could not tell me anything. I love this car. So I'm sitting in my car, and just relaxing till my lunch break is over. And this is when the issues started to happen. So my car was actually, I was actually able to get it to a local um, repair station or whatever. I think it was Firestone or something. But I was able to get it to their parking area, but it was a Saturday, so they closed. They were closed already at 6 o'clock Eastern time, and I was just stranded there. So, of course, I called the number on the sticker on my car that guarantees a 5-year roadside assistance for free. Little that they tell you is that they will not tow it to wherever you want it to be towed. It has to go to a Hyundai dealership. And if you have to spend $30 or $40 on Uber to make a ride home from that dealership, that's what they're recommending, basically. So let me just take you back a couple of years. 2014, I had purchased a 2006, I believe, Hyundai Sonata. Loved the car, loved it. There was something wrong with the car after 3 years of nothing, no issues at all. My car just shut off and then it shut back on. And I went to this Hyundai dealership in Gwinnett County, and the service manager there told me that the computer or the microchip that's inside the computer system that runs everything in the car is fried and it needs to be replaced. Just for the microchip alone would have been $1,200, and that's not including labor. So, I tried to keep a positive attitude. It was around Christmas time. I had just received um, a, a great check from a previous employer because I had worked so many hours. And I was just, calculating in my head that I could not use this money towards buying my kids Christmas gifts. I will have to redirect these funds to my car. This lady, and for the life of me, I cannot remember her name. I feel terrible about that. But She put the microchip, or she ordered the microchip, came in like, I want to say next day, put it in my car. I said, thank you. You do not owe us anything. Have a Merry Christmas. Um, I gushed and there was just tears rolling down my eyes. I could not believe the experience was just amazing. So when I totaled my Sonata in 2015, December of 2015, I said, I'm definitely going to get another Hyundai because their customer service is off the chain. But that has changed. The customer service has been mediocre, subpar, and downright apathetic towards what's going on with my current vehicle. They had checked the vehicle's engine to, once I got it towed and sat for 2 hours for a tow truck, I dropped my car off at their dealership and in Alpharetta, and had to wait till Monday when they opened for the service department to run an assessment about my car. So the person that was helping me, or was supposed to be my representative at that dealership, was handling the issue. He stated that our technicians have looked at your car. We have assessed that the car engine is defective. We don't know how this happened. Basically, there was even ball bearings at the base part of the car, and there was something that was supposed to hold the pistons together had broken off. I mean, it was just really bad situation. And they checked the car. I didn't take this personally. They checked the car to see whether I had taken good care of the car, which I have. Ever since I bought it, I've always had updated maintenance on my car. And so they checked that, and they took pictures of all parts of the engine, and they sent it to Hyundai's corporate office or warranty department. So 3 hours later, this was on Monday, I want to say March 26th of this year. 3 hours later, I called the dealership and I said, hey, what's going on with the response as far as the warranty coverage on my car? They said, oh, I'm so glad you called. Oh, they're going to replace the engine on the car. You're going to get a brand new engine. We're going to make sure this is all taken care of. You do not owe us anything. I was like, wow. They wowed me first with my first Hyundai, and now they do it again. It has restored my trust in this company. But there's always a but. They have been, this dealership has been the most dishonest, unprofessional experience. And the interactions have now turned to basically, why am I bugging them about my car? My car has been with this dealership since March 26th, and it's almost June, and there's no engine in it because the remanufactured engine, that's what I found out too, is that the representative had actually lied about me getting a brand new engine. I'm getting a rebuilt engine. And I said, what kind of warranty would this have on the engine? Now, this person is a representative of the service department. He goes, I don't know. I just don't know. I do know that you have a warranty still on your transmission. So basically, they're telling me they're not guaranteeing their work. I'm not covered for this happening to me again, which is so enlightening. So, still waiting. I actually called the service department at this dealership and spoke to a service manager there. And I said, this is ridiculous that I'm waiting for an engine to come from overseas to be placed in my car when they are selling this same engine on eBay and Amazon, and they provide 2-day shipping. I don't understand that you, Hyundai, multi-billion-dollar company, can't provide an engine for my car. Have not provided it, have not called me to express any kind of empathy about what I'm going through. I'm a single mother of 3. My oldest is 18 years old. She's going to college. And just because she turned 18 doesn't mean the expenses have stopped. I was trying to use my car to actually drive Lyft on the weekends. I had just had the oil changed prior to the engine falling apart. And this was at the dealership in Kennesaw, where I got my oil changed. And that's the same place where I bought it from. So I'm assuming that they've checked the car out just to make sure that there's no other potential problems. But that's a whole other mixed bag. I'm just saying that this issue is limiting me as far as being able to fully financially take care of my children. And when I had mentioned speaking to the sales manager of my situation, he goes, oh, yeah, I'll definitely have someone call you back about this. And every time I walk into this Alpharetta dealership, I'm treated like someone that has never been in a dealership before. Like I'm a 4-year-old. Oh, we'll make sure that so-and-so gets this note and they'll contact you Monday. And I did not receive any call. I've yet to receive a call in reference to the status of my car. I contacted Hyundai corporate and I said, I want you to buy my car back. This is a lemon. You sold me a lemon. I am paying a loan for a car that's only worth 25% of that loan. So let me break it down. My remaining balance on my loan is $16,000. Okay. I already assumed that there was going to be a lot of interest tacked on to the loan because my credit's not good. And I know that. So I was willing to just pay the interest. And I have been a faithful customer to Consumer Portfolio Services as far as making my payments on time. Now, come to find out that my car probably appraises at right now $4,000. My loan is $16,000. And Each time I had entered this dealership in Alpharetta, I said, I want the car, you to appraise the car. I want that done. Oh, we really don't do that here. You can check the Kelley Blue Book, but we really don't do that here. And to add insult to injury, they were trying to put me into another car. They had sent me an email saying that we'll buy the car back if you purchase a brand new car from us. And that experience was subpar. Subpar. You're going to try to get me into your service car, basically the same car that all your service technicians have used with 3,500 miles on it, and you're going to charge me $23,000 for it. So basically, if I get approved for a loan, I've got to pay off the other loan or roll it into the new loan for this new car. They gave me a loaner car. And they, when I was speaking to corporate about it, the representative actually said, oh, you're lucky that they gave you a loaner car and you didn't have to rent a car. Honey, if I had to rent a car, you're going to pay the bill. Hyundai would pay the bill in a minute because I'm going to get reimbursed. So you did it to prevent me from any type of litigation. That's why you did it. You didn't do it for me. So don't get it twisted. Anyhow, so the experience of getting a car at this Alpharetta dealership is very different. It's very different from my experience at Rick Hendrick's Chevrolet. That's where I got my Sonata. At Rick Hendrick Chevrolet, they show you the cars that they have. They show you the options from the high end to the low end. They show you all of it. You might be there for 2 hours looking at all these different kind of cars that they have. And then they get down to business as far as, hey, let's figure out where your FICO score is, about your payment history, your credit history. Let's get that out of the way after we look at the cars that could potentially, one of them could potentially be yours. In the Alpharetta dealership for Hyundai, what did they say? Oh, we just want to get this credit application out of the way. We don't want to give you any high hopes that this will go through after you've looked at all these cars. Are you serious? Are you serious? So that is how you sell to your customers. Look, I've worked in hard sales. I've worked in sales for longer than some of your associates have been alive. And, I don't mind telling my age. I'm 44. And I know one thing. You can't judge a book by its cover. You don't know what type of wallet or what. You can't tell a person by looking at them that they can't afford a car. And I said to them specifically, I said, I would like to buy a car that's like the loaner car, which is a Hyundai Santa Fe, because of the size of it. It's a really nice car. And I even saw some outside their dealership that were priced at $21,000. So why are you trying to hustle and give me a car that everybody and their grandma has used like a Kleenex and for $23,000? when the car that I want is $2,000 less. And to top it all off, you're going to charge me $3,000 as a down payment because of the depreciated value of the car that is sitting in the shop, just rotting away. And I said, if you're asking me for $3,000, then how much is my current car worth? We're just saying that there's negative equity here, and that's why we needed $3,000. And I left. Oh, but before I left, see, I'm not even mentioning the dealership's name, but if you look it up in Alpharetta, you'll know. They gave me a book about the owner's life and about their triumph, and that they were the inventors or innovators into turning a Hyundai into from a useless piece of shit to the one of the top best cars in America, because they're offering the 100,000 mile 10-year warranty. And you're going to give me a book. You're going to deny me from credit. Then you're going to give me a book about their life story, like I care. And then you're going to give me a service card where if I register the card online, I could collect points and possibly get 10% off my oil change, which in Kennesaw, I get it for free for life. For life. And I'm explaining this situation to the representative that was supposed to be taking care of me at the Hyundai headquarters. All she kept saying was, because of the lemon law in Georgia, our hands are tied. Our hands are tied as far as buying your car back. You're a multi-billion-dollar company, and you can't buy my car back because you don't want it. You don't want it. You don't want this POS back. You want to keep making money and make money off that loan that I have with you. That's it. Period. They don't care what is inside your car. They just want you to roll off the lot in a new car. That's it. So it smells good, it looks good on the outside, but it has no interior. Okay, great. Yeah, I love to have a car like that. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want a car that has an engine failure after 2 years? And to say that your hands are tied is just a load of bullshit, because if you're a multi-billion-dollar company and something as embarrassing as this happening to a customer, and I wasn't even on the recall, my car wasn't even on the recall list, and this happened, I would be doing all that I can possibly do to make sure that that customer is fully satisfied, because I don't want that customer to do what I'm doing right now, which is getting on YouTube and expressing my story. And this was their offer. 2 months of car payments that they would pay, and they asked me to collect any kind of receipts that expenses that you incurred, like gas and things of that nature. And that's all they can do, is a whopping $876 check. That was the best they can do. A multi-billion-dollar company and I am a single mother of three trying to survive, and you basically are holding me hostage to a car that's a lemon, to a loan that is based on a contract that your Hyundai never fulfilled. You basically created an unconscionable contract because you never planned on fixing the problem. You just planned on me buying a new car. That's it. And, I find it wonderful when I'm calling this local dealership in Alpharetta, um, and the service guy says, "We just order the parts. You're on back order. We just order the parts." Mm-hmm. If that was their car, they would be down there every day or down someone's throat. They would be cussing somebody out. But for me, I need to be just happy. I need to be thankful that I got a loaner that I can't use for a second job that I could potentially make, I don't know, maybe $300 to $400 on the weekends. I'm a good salesperson, and a good driver, so definitely I'm losing out $300 to $400 worth of pay per month because my car is sitting in a shop like an empty shell, waiting for a waiting for an engine that they know is not coming. Anything that comes from you have to get it from overseas. It's going to take a while. I've worked in replacement parts at my previous job. It wasn't replacement auto parts, but it was replacement parts. And if I called the vendor for an item that was broken, and they said, "Well, we don't make these here. We actually make it overseas, so we have to order it from overseas." That means that customer is waiting up to 180 days at the least to get their part replaced. That's what that means. So I am right now trying to gear up some energy and trying to suppress my anger about the crappy service I've received from not only this dealership, but from Hyundai corporate. I'm trying to write a letter to the Better Business Bureau because right now my back is against the wall. Right now, I am trying to borrow money from my mother, my sister, both my sisters, uh, just to get by every month that car has been in the dealership with no engine in it. And no one cares. No one cares because you're just a VIN number to them. Hyundai does not care about you. They don't give a two shits about you. They are the most un-American company that I have ever dealt with. And I really cannot believe the level of mediocrity of service that I have received. I mean, when I'm in customer service, I treat my customers the way I want to be treated. And if I have a customer that has a situation that is even similar to this, I take ownership. I don't act like the service manager and go, "Well, I just order parts. That's all I do. And it's on back order." I just don't do that. I say, you know what? I'm sorry that this happened, and I understand your concern and frustration. And this is the action that I am going to take to resolve the issue. If I have to escalate this to a higher level of leadership, I will. But just know that I'm your advocate. I'm not lying. I literally have said that all the time. Because we're not dealing with people, we're not dealing with product. We are dealing with people. People. These are people's, you're fucking up my livelihood. And it's like Hyundai could care less. And so, you know what? I can send this information to the Better Business Bureau, and they're going to flip the script like they've been doing and try to say to me, oh, well, her credit wasn't strong enough to get another car. We offered to buy it, and da 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 da. And then all I got was this goddamn book and this card, which I have used the book. It has become pretty handy. The book that tells the life story of how a Hyundai has turned itself around by providing quality product. This book has been amazing to help me level out my dining table, because my dining room table was kind of shaking a little bit, but I just shifted that book underneath the legs of the table and it worked perfectly. So thank you for that book. I really appreciate that. And whoever's listening, I don't even care if it's one person. If I reach one person, just want to let you know to really reevaluate what the definition of quality is very different from one manufacturer to the other. And to ask more probing questions about the warranty, the coverage, what's the turnaround time if this happens. I would just like for you guys to learn from my experience. I'm trying to make a hellacious experience into a learning experience, because this has definitely been a learning experience for me. I have definitely lowered my expectations, and every week that I have not received a call from Hyundai, my expectations have become lower, lower, and lower. So I just want my car back. I want you to put a damn engine in it that's gonna work and last longer than 2 years, or you can buy my damn car back. Buy my car back. Like you should. I mean, how would you feel if your daughter, your sister, your mother, your aunt got a new car, paid the higher level of interest because the credit was not good, and now the car does not even work, and I'm making payments on it. I'm making car payments on a car I don't even have in my possession. How would you like one of your family members to go through that? I mean, you know, it's sad when a sister that you haven't really gotten along with tells you that they feel sorry that you don't have your car, and gives you a hug, you know something's up. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying here, I'm not saying don't buy a Hyundai ever. I am not saying that. That's totally up to you. I am just saying that be aware of the precautions when you're trying to look into purchasing a new car. One mistake I made is that I should have checked Consumer Reports, even Yelp or ripoffreport.com to see if others have had issues with the same car. I did, while I was at the dealership at the time that I was making the purchase, I did look under carfax.com in reference to the car I was about to purchase, and it gave it glowing reviews, 4 to 5 stars all the way. So it's not like I totally did not do my homework. I'm just saying that I was not as skeptical as I should have been. When something is too good to be true, it usually is. And you're going to end up on the short end of the stick because there is no one. It's 12:17 a.m. right now where I'm at. There is no one at Hyundai Corporate, at Rick Case Hyundai, anywhere, Hyundai of Kennesaw too, anywhere. They are not losing a bit of sleep over me. They're not losing anything. All they're doing is collecting the checks. And that's it. And they didn't even take into the fact that I could have been on a major highway going 65 miles an hour, following the speed limit, and then my car suddenly stops. I could have been killed. Luckily, I was on a small country road. It does not enter their mind because it's not about them. If it was happening to these people, they would be livid and things would be changed by tomorrow. Not 3 months from now, tomorrow. And I just cannot believe that a multi-billion-dollar company, Fortune 500 possibly, dealerships, plural, cannot come together to some solution where I'm not being scammed into getting another car and having to roll a loan of $16,000 into that car, or just giving me my car with a new engine as you stated. So I'm going to go finish up my complaint to the Better Business Bureau and go to bed. And, like I said, if this message reaches one person and it changes your perception of a new car experience and what you should look for when buying a new car, then I feel like I've helped a lot. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a good night.